Hi, I'm Art Thompson, Senior Editor with Guitar Player Magazine. I'm here with Ken Youmans at the Ibanez booth at Winter NAMM 2014, and Ken's going to walk us through some of the new product releases for Ibanez. Take it away, Ken.
The big news for us is the fact that we're able now to bring a lot more made-in-Japan prestige models because we've been able to gain some manufacturing efficiencies, and also the yen and the dollar have flattened out. So our prestige line was often out of reach for a lot of players, and now we're being able to bring it back into reach. So there are now prestige models of a number of different series. Starting out here, we have the 6-string RG. We went back to the original Edge trem system. We're just hearing a lot of our artists even though they've worked with our different trem systems and we feel we've made a lot of improvements, they tend to circle back to the one that they came up playing. So we said, all right, well, let's just give into it. The original trem system with the RG, you're looking at a humbucker, a single and a humbucker setup. This model, much more about comfort. You'll notice that the trem system on this, the bridge, we call this a low profile. You'll notice that it's routed pretty deeply into the body. It's completely out of the way of your picking hand.
Yeah, you really do set it in there.
And in terms of just prestige, made-in-Japan craftsmanship, just extremely smooth work on the fret edges. Go-to tuners, they're really, really fluid.
Okay, we're going to look at some of the new Ibanez 7 and 8-string models, and Ken, you want to walk us through those?
Okay, these are also prestige models. We call ourselves the first in 7, the leaders in 8. And so the big thing with 7 strings, we worked back in the old days with Steve Vai, and it's something that we sort of kept at when the other players in the game kind of fell away. So we feel like we have extraordinary expertise in this area. The one you're looking up top, I really like because it's kind of a new look for us. It's a basswood body, but the top is it's called a black limba top. It's an African wood, and as you notice, both on the body and matching on the headstock. So besides playing amazing, it's also, I think, beautiful. There's also an 8-string version of that same guitar. And the big thing, by the time you get to 8 strings, you're talking about a lot of tension. And everyone knows us for our wizard necks, our very, very thin necks. And the reason that we were able to do that was because we figured out neck technology. The problem with 8 strings before we really started working on them was they were thick as a baseball bat. But because we know how to make a thin neck, that is a very, very playable instrument. Players, when they pick up an 8, they're amazed at how playable it is.
So Ken, we're looking at this line of tube screamers. All of these are models that you've had in the line for a lot of years. This is the new one, correct?
Exactly. Yeah, you're looking at sort of the evolution of the tube screamer. It's been 35 years for us, and we wanted to do something really special. One of the things that we noticed that a lot of players do is put a preamp in front of the tube screamer, to just juice it a little bit more. So we figured, okay, why not do 2 discrete circuits, one being a preamp and one being the normal tube screamer. So between those 2 things, you can just find a whole nother range of tube screamer type distortion.
This is a new amp for you
yes.
This year, right?
Yeah, this is called the Iron Label. And the idea with the Iron Label amp is we wanted to do a tube amp that is particularly articulate in the lower ranges. So for the player who downtunes or plays a baritone, this is the perfect amp for them. It's, instead of going kind of muddy and mushy in that low end, it's got a lot of range, and it's very, very tight.
So what, in terms of the the speaker that's in it and the tubes and some of that stuff? Kind of tell us what's going on.
Yeah, inside we got a 12-inch Celeston 7080 speaker. We have a full boost mode, and there's also a built-in spring reverb. Has an FX loop and a 2x3 band EQ.
Okay, and it's all tube powered, right?
All tube.